Welcome, ladies and gents, to another live casted game on the ranked ladder. We have someone that everyone from the Age of Empires 3 community should know. It is Izad, one of the, I've got to say, probably top 10, top 15 Age of Empires 3 players. Is now playing some Age of Mythology Retold. Currently has about 80 games currently in. I have no idea how much he played Age of Mythology, the older, the extended edition, and all that kind of stuff. I have no idea. But it's Izad, so we're going to watch him. And he's currently 1300 elo at the moment, so he's not a bad player by any means. He is very, very good at what he does with strategy games. And something that I've noticed with Gaia is the Lush is really generating fast, unless it's just me. Look at that. Lush. Look at the Lush power here of Gaia. So let's introduce the players properly. So we have Izad here on the left-hand side of the map playing as Gaia in the cyan. And on the other part of the map, we have Merchant here playing as Ra in the red. Also known as Ra. If you've ever played Heroes of Newerth, you'll know what I'm talking about. If not, then just ignore what I've just done. Anyway, Ra here. Very, very popular. He's kind of in at the moment as the Egyptian major god because he plays a very solid second age. He's very good with just your standard second age units, really. Your axemen, your spearmen, your slingers. Ra is pretty good for that. We have a few things to do with Ra, so let's just remind ourselves of Ra. So he is good with his Migdol units. Laborers are really good with berry bushes, so you kind of want to use your berry bushes a lot earlier than you would with other major gods. We can see here HP for all the Migdol units is 15%. Pharaoh empowered monuments empower nearby buildings, 70% efficiency of pharaohs, and priests can empower as well. So the main thing is, I think you can do this. Can you do this with Isis? I don't think you can, right? I think empowered monuments heal nearby units. Yes. So this one is really, really good. And the reason that is because you can see here, right? When you put your first monument down, you kind of want it to be encapsulating your wood line, your gold, and also your berries as well. And the reason that is because when the pharaoh empowers the monument, 70% of his empowerment goes to the mining camp, it goes to the granary, and all that kind of stuff. So Ra is really good for that. And also you can use this near military buildings, so it means that the training of units is quicker. And that's where I think Ra has been pretty good for the second age, because you can do quite a few rush strategies, especially with Sphinxes, and Axeman seems to be quite a well-known composition here. So we're going to see how that one goes down. Anyway, let's have a look at Merchant here. It's going to be going for Tar here, and that is the one that gets the Wadget. And, of course, going to be getting some priests involved there. And, of course, for Izad here, Oceanus, very standard option here for Gaia, is going to be locking that in as well. So what things can we do with Gaia? Many things we can do. You can go for a second TC. It's kind of really advised that you pretty much always want to go for a second TC. Gaia is very eco-centric. You can go for like a village center instead of a proper TC. So instead of going for this one here, you just build one in your base and you go for a heavy eco opening. That's also an option. And we can see lots of vills now, not many on food. So it does look like we're going to be seeing a second TC coming in here, or a village center, as I mentioned. Age Up has now come in for Merchant here. He has his Wadget. Are we going to see maybe a fast heroic here? That's also an option you can do. The Shifting Sands is really good for a rush, by the way. I've seen Shifting Sands being used to really harass. It can be very, very scary when you just shift the entirety of your units into your enemy's base. You're not going to see the Wadget coming out here in a forward position, so could be some pressure on the way. We are going to see a barracks coming down, most likely. And yes, we do see a second TC using the Gaia Forest here. Very, very good. Remember, you can use the forest as a natural wall as well, ladies and gents. So maybe putting that just a little bit to the right might have provided a little bit of a problem there for Merchant. And also you could drop a mana here. Perfect mana spot to really do a natural wall on that side. It can be quite nice. So that's what we're going to be seeing here from EZAD. We don't see any military buildings currently being put down as of yet. Let's have a look at the visibility here. So nothing much going on just yet from both players. Seems to be kind of a... Oh, we do see the Wadjet here in the forward position taking down that Oracle. That is unfortunate. Remember, Oracles generate favor for Atlanteans, so you really don't want to lose them. Once you've done your scouting, you kind of want to put them in a safe spot. You don't want to lose them. You just want to use them to create favor for you. Really forward obelisk here from Merchant. We can see that vision there. We do see that good old second TC opening here for Ra. That is a very standard option. And haven't seen anything yet coming out. You do see the Electrum bullets here, which is it's a really classic upgrade that you can get. That a lot of people like to do. Because Electrum bullets provide divine damage, which is like fatal. It's like absolute damage. It does not, it just ignores any kind of armor, anything like that. So it can be kind of scary. We do see nice forward mine. Going to be grabbing that mine rather than this one. Going to be leaving that one there in base and just working on this one here. Can be a little bit scary. We do have another mine here that's probably a little bit safer, maybe. But he is going to be taking on that forward mine there. And EZAD here now finally dropping a couple of counter barracks. We are going to see the Shaduf coming in. So farm cost and build time is going to get reduced. Does he really need that right now? There is the rain ability, which is really, really good for the farms. So sometimes it's good to go for that earlier because it does improve farm gathering for your opponent as well. So you want to kind of do it earlier. We do see some farms already very early on here coming in for EZAD. He's going to get a bit harassed of this citizen here. Is he trapped? He needs to chop there. He needs to get through. I think he's trying to do it. Somehow he got a little bit trapped in the woods there, but the Wadjet actually going down here. We do see Electrum bullets, ladies and gents, coming in. And he's going to be converting some of those termers there to heroes. Now, I don't know how Slingers go against termers because they're both counter range units. So it'd be very interesting to see the exchange between Slingers and termers. I honestly don't know how that's going to go down. So we're going to have to find out. Do you see some Slingers coming in? They really don't cost a lot of gold at all. Wood is the main thing. We've got an armory and a market going down. Further Raxes. I mean, what I was hoping to see would be a forward Rax here or something. Or a couple of forward Raxes, but we don't see that. From Merchant here. Here are the Termus. Oh, they do quite a bit of damage, those Slingers. And he's going to have to back off here, which is fine. But yeah, EZAD really going for the eco here. 52 villager population versus 42 only for Merchant. He is going to start to get those farms down now that he has the reduction in cost. And he's done with his berries, so he's going to go to farms. It's probably the best thing for Ra rather than going for Huntables, potentially. Slingers here going to try and... I don't know what's going on, why they're attacking the elephant. They've got the elephant involved. Mother Nature is backing up EZAD here. And that's a pretty decisive cleanup here. I would probably think about getting Spearmen rather than Slingers here against Termers, to be honest. He's going to continue making them, though. And EZAD in a pretty nice position here, to be honest. And that's it. Priests down, ladies and gents. As easy as that. I don't know if we're going to be seeing the rain ability potentially coming from Merchant anytime soon. Potentially. Does he want to go for that third age? Does he want to try and get into the third age here? Continuing to create slingers. Not too sure about that. Let's see how they trade against Termers. I don't know. I mean, we do see 42% pierce resistance, only 40% on the Termers. The attack rate, yeah, rate of fire is 1. Yeah, Termers definitely are clearing it up here. They are medium Termers, remember. We don't see any upgrades of this. Oh, they are medium Slingers as well. Then, yeah, this is kind of a strange one. I'm assuming because they're a ranged soldier that the Slingers are kind of doing double damage. But Termers do 4 times the damage. Slingers only do 3 times the damage. So that's probably how the Termers are actually trading pretty well here. So I'd probably want to think about switching it up. Now Merchant is going for the third age. Sekhmet, Goddess of Warfare and the Desert. We're going to be seeing an upgrade here for the Slingers again. Slings of the Sun. We're going to have a quick look. We do get the Scarab here. So Slings of the Sun. We get extra ranged attack damage versus infantry. So not going to be ideal against Termers, to be honest with you. And we get some siege weapon damage along with some chariot damage here, which is not going to be good either because Termers are good against chariots because they are ranged infantry or ranged units. So he just needs Spearmen, I think. Doesn't really need Axemen, just go Spearmen. We're seeing Mass Terma here, so just play it for Spearmen, and I think he'll be alright. We do see a third age up coming in for Izad as well, which is Thea. So we're going to be getting the Dryads, where we can drop down a tree, we can make Dryads. The population is 0, free population use. Very, very strong. And yeah, we're going to get some cavalry-focused upgrades here as well. But we do see a wall coming down for Izad now. Let's have a quick look at the vision here for Izad. So yeah, all the way over here on the gold mine. Very scary. 11 of the citizens here on coin. And age up coming in for both now. We are going to see the scalloped axe as well as the leather frame shield. I think he does need to think about going Slingers. We are going to start to see some Scarabs now coming in as well. Very good against... Oh, we actually see bronze weapons coming in this early on. Slapping the bronze weapons in for Izad here, which is the second tier of armory upgrades. Is going to be getting those in immediately. And are we going to see some Migdol units? I'd probably say camels are very good here. Against Mass Terma, get some camels. We are finally going to start to see a little bit of deviation here for Izad. Going to now start to trickle in some Mamillos into the composition. He's going to also be locking in heavy infantry, as well as even more eco upgrades. Wow. 90 versus 80 here. Not too much of a difference in eco, but score is definitely very, very different. And I think Egyptians tend to underscore a little bit in this game. So we don't want to read into it too much. And a Ford Palace here going in, going to be securing that gold mine. And we do see a push now on the Migdol. Not a great deal of siege here. Probably wants to get some destroyers or something to really work on those buildings. Trying to harass some of the villagers. Is it going to be effective? 3 Scarabs coming in, ladies and gents. Big Scarab play here from Merchant. We do see heavy Slingers. Quite scary. He is actually getting that Slinger upgrade as well as the Infantry Medium Axeman upgrade coming in. Wow, we're seeing a lot of Slingers coming in here doing divine damage. Good lord. That's a lot of damage. It's just their fire rate. And also they're so cheap as well. Scarabs are going to make short work of that palace. And wowee, these Slingers, ladies and gents. They are an absolute scourge. Even though the Termers, I think, were doing actually pretty good overall. We are going to actually start to see Izad coming back in here. Seems to be all right. The Mamillos doing the work they need. Yes, it definitely needs to be Axeman that needs to do something here. We need Axeman, and really, Axeman and Slingers should do the job for Ra here. And probably some priests to deal with the Dryad situation. But yeah, we are also going to see some Contarius coming in for Izad here. Nice melee cavalry unit. I've never known this bird to be very good. This Stymphalian bird. I mean, are they any good? I feel like they're really just a letdown. I think the real value is from the Dryads that you make. I just find that they're just not that good at all. Maybe it's just me. Got some flood control coming in. Even more upgrades for wood gathering here. We are maxed out, both players. 100 villager population on both. Population space is pretty similar as well. We don't see the use of the citadel yet. And I was wondering if he was going to citadel his main, his front town centre here, but he hasn't actually done it. Oh no, taking down the elephant. What did the elephant ever do? Heavy range soldiers coming in for those term of play. We've got an interesting comp here. Let's have a little breakdown of the comp. We've got Arcus, Contarius, Mamillo. I mean, you can use Migdol units, right? But it looks like he wants to take... Merchant wants to take full advantage of the barracks units here. And he's actually going in for the 4th Age. And exactly the same for Izad here. They're both pretty much getting it in at exactly the same time. We see Atlas coming in, which is the Argus unit, the big blob that spews acid everywhere. We're going to be seeing that. We're also seeing the Poseidon's Secret, of course, making the Cav really, really cheap. It's a very popular choice. And we do see a push here coming in from Merchant. Has he got enough units here, though? I don't know. He needs to get his reinforcing slingers in. He's got a whole mishmash of units. We've got all sorts here. I think Cav is really good here. I mean, we don't have any real anti-Cav here. So camels are going to be good. Getting camels, I think, could be the answer. We are going to see bronze armor coming in. Let's have a look at the quick upgrades. We do have, yeah, bronze shields, weapons. Nearly fully decked. Level 2. Whoa, wowee, hang on a minute. We do see the Vortex coming in, which has been recently changed. It's going to pull in a load of units a lot quicker now. We're seeing them getting pulled into that Vortex. There it is. Boom. Wowee, that did a huge amount of damage. Those Raxes are all nearly gone. 60 HP on all of those buildings. Does get that age up in, but my God, he needs to get some. He needs to get these repaired. And we do see a tornado coming in now for Merchant. Going to be whizzing those units around. Doing quite a lot of damage here. Can he hold off and defend? He needs to really repair these Raxes. He's got so many of them. He needs to get them repaired if he can. And he's actually done a great job in pushing back there. And Izad here is going to have to re-evaluate what he needs to do. We do have actually 3 TCs here from both players. They've actually acquired all the CCs on the map. I haven't really seen any raids. Got a lot of idle villagers here. 11 citizens idle. Not too sure what the plan is with those, but he's got a lot of resources. He needs to get some gold. There is a gold mine over here for him. That's the only one he's got left. Loads of gold mines still available for Merchant here. It's kind of crazy. He's got loads of gold. He's doing good. He's got a lot of gold available. He's collected a lot as well. Jesus, 1,700 gold. We do start to see champion range soldiers coming in now, as well as we've got some upgrades on the other side. The infantry upgrade here. Look at this, 30% HP and speed. Oh my lord, as well as champion slingers. This is going to be a real just spamming of units here. He's got so many. He has now dropped that Citadel Center. He's got, wow, 9 Raxes here. He's just going to be able to just train so many units out so quickly. They're all coming out now. Also got the conscript in, so they're going to come out even quicker. It'd be good if you could move this sort of training queue here. It'd be good if you could move that like further up or something. Like this one further up as well, because it does get in the way of the visuals, which is a shame. Yeah, we're going to see quite a lot of these axemen rushing in. Look at their speed as well now. Wants to be careful of that Argus, though. He does need... There's a lot of Dryas, a lot of Myth units. He's definitely going to need some Priests or something here. He is starting to train those up. They're coming out really quick now. Avenger units is going to be coming in. He's going to try and do a bit of drag boxing here to try and get his units arranged. And here we go, ladies and gents. Let's get going. We are going to see the Carnivora coming out now as well on the front line. Where are those Priests? He's going to need them. But the Slingers, very, very scary. Camels, I'm hoping are going to do quite well in this composition, but I can't say for sure. Priests are finally here, but is it too late? It looks like it is too late. That Argus was probably one of the main problems. Oh my god, I don't really know here. A lot of fire siphons on the back line. They are pretty good against buildings, though. Not technically, not too good against units here. Priests with their huge range here. Going to be working on those Myth units. But look at the remass. Look at the remass from Merchant here. He can get units in so quickly for so cheaply. And he's actually managing to hold it back with the champion Slinger. There they are, ladies and gents. Wowee. He's actually managed to hold off with this crazy... There they are. Just throw, 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 right? Good lord. Doing some huge damage. You hate to see it, but it's happening. They also now do extra damage to buildings because they have, I think they have ballistics now? Sorry, no, they have burning pitch. So they just do even more damage. They're just deleting a palace here. I mean, burning pitch is a crazy upgrade. It's very expensive, but it's crazy. Like we're throwing axemen from the Norse as well, but like the Slingers can just... You don't need siege. You just use your Slingers. Wowee. Merchant here now finally going score. He is now ahead in score. Izad here having to really rethink what he needs to do. Contarius is probably the answer because he's pretty much mass slingered, right? So if he can Contarius here, it can work quite well. He probably needs to go Contarius, Catapeltes, probably, is the answer. Camel Riders are going to be good, but he needs to try and see what he can do here. So yeah, those Priests in a pretty nice defensive position here, trying to hold. Priests doing a really good job here against the Arcus, absolutely deleting. I don't think the Pharaoh's anywhere to be seen, though, from Merchant. They just get absolutely destroyed. And the Slingers holding off once again. And we are going to see the Argus upgrade here. But he needs more Contarius. But there's a good, decent front line here. And as I say, he can just remass. These units are really cheap. And they're coming out really quick. And it means that he can just do a huge amount of damage. Argus is going to go down the 4th or 5th one to be seen. He's just killing all the elephants. He just hates them all. And Izad here is really trying his best. He's got 3 markets on the north here, trying to keep up with his gold eco, which he is doing. Yeah, I think he's probably just scratching his head at this point. He does have champion cavalry. He's got the upgrade. He's got bronze shields. Maybe he needs to get the next upgrade in the armory. Maybe that's the plan. Axemen here. They do have iron weapons. They've got full iron upgrades. So Izad probably needs to get the 3rd tier of armor upgrades would probably help. And I would say he probably needs to go Arcus here. He needs to go for the ranged... He needs to go for... oh, Lord. He's going to be trying to drop down a 4th TC here. He needs that population space. If he can get this down, it's going to be more units. However, huge cost for Merchant. They're going to be losing quite a few Vils. And it unfortunately does not go down for him. Let's have a quick look at his view here. He's going to try and see what he can do here. Looks like Esad was trying to nab it for some reason. His citizens are now going to be coming under fire. And he really doesn't want to lose that siphon, but I think he probably is. Movement speed of these units is insane now as well. 5.5 movement speed. I mean, they're just absolutely cracked. We are going to see some destroyers. But once again, the divine damage of the Electrum bullets is going to pierce through anything. And now Esad's trying to get surround with the Contarius. This is the counter. Contarius should be dealing with these slingers. But is it going to be enough? We can see just the remass. We can see the full military queue here for Merchant. He's just going to be able to remass as much as he wants. And he's just deleting everything. My lord. We are going to see Titan Shield coming in here. Look at that. 50% vulnerability reduction there for the destroyers. He really wants to stop these slingers doing damage. But look at this. I mean, look at that. Just going to get a screenshot there. Hopefully it doesn't break the computer. But yeah, wowee. Esad has joined us in AoM. Yeah, he's got 80 games under his belt. And he's 1300 elo. Looking pretty darn good. And we are going to see Titan Gate, I think that was, coming in here. Wowee, we're getting to that stage. I'm not too sure what more Esad can do here, I'm afraid. There it is. Titan Gate is coming in. Where is it? There it is. It's a very scary time now for Esad. I'm not too sure what he's going to be able to do here. I think, honestly, I mean, yeah, this is just rough, isn't it? There it is, GG. That is a real shame. But, like, I don't know what the actual answer is here for Esad. It's crazy. Contarius is definitely the option, one option, but he didn't have the next third tier of armory upgrades. We must bear that in mind. Could there have been a different major god choice that would have helped him? I don't think so. He went for the cavalry option. If we have a quick look at Gaia here. Gaia went for the cav option here. So Poseidon's Secret. That's really good. Lance of Stone. I'm hoping that he got Lance of Stone for his Contarius. I don't know where they are. Does he have any? Maybe not. I don't think he had any left. Yeah. Hopefully he had Lance of Stone to do extra damage, but yeah, man, look at the slingers. Look at all these. Absolutely decked out here, ladies and gents. We got Electrum bullets, of course. We got ballistics, so nothing's going to miss now. We also have the champion slinger, Slings of the Sun, which adds 0.75 to the damage against bonus infantry, sorry. So you can see already that they're actually good against infantry now, these units. So they're not just good against ranged infantry, but they're also just good against infantry. 1.75 multiplier there. And now they're also good against buildings. So they're good against ranged units. They're good against infantry, melee infantry units. They're good against buildings. The only thing they're not good at is cavalry. So they basically do a huge number on pretty much everything. And because of that divine damage, they still trade okay against cav, which is nuts. So I think the only way to stop this is to stop it getting to this stage, which I think can be very tricky as well. Look at all the bullets. Look at all the... You say bullets, but look at them all. Look at that.